property warehouse, but we've lost our radio link, Lieutenant.
All right, check it out.
You're a very elusive young lady. Sorry we had to rough you up, but we had to get you off of the tram before it went through the warehouse. Quickly. Let's go.
I never taught you to do that.
We better go.
Still no radio link, Lieutenant. Something must have happened to her.
Contact's been made. Converge at property warehouse immediately.
Come on, come on. Get down. On the floor.
I gotta get to security.
Lieutenant, there's some kid here who said he just saw the Phantom take off with the girl from the property warehouse. They're headed for the New York street in a yellow sedan.
I see him heading toward the back lot.
Okay, we'll cut him off.
Okay, let's go.
Head around the other side of the lake. We gotta cut them off.
Our property department contains more than 5 million crops.
All right, hands on the car. Spread them. Lieutenant Astor, LAPD. You're Robert Wagner, aren't you?
That's right.
You just helped stop a kidnapping, a real one.
Always glad to help. Particularly when there's a beautiful girl in distress.
How can I ever repay you?
We'll think of something.
I don't believe it. That shows him. What about me?
Well, you're not a movie star, kid. But I got some good news for you. Your father, brother, and the others are okay.
They weren't hurt?
No, they're all right. They're fine. And I guess that just about wraps it up, doesn't it?
Not quite.
Oh, the young detectives. If I wasn't paling a little under the shadow of your triumph, I'd congratulate you with more fervor.
Well, you may not want to congratulate us after you've heard what we have to say.
Oh, I am intrigued. Go on, go on.
Hamilton wasn't in this alone.
I know that security guard, Brandon, was in it with him.
Merely as an accomplice. He was being used by Hamilton. Hamilton was also being used.
Now you have piqued my interest. Used? By whom?
By you, Mr. Fox. You engineered this whole plot. Hamilton wasn't smart enough to do it on his own. It's an intricate puzzle. One that needed a master's touch with all the theatricality for which you're famous.
Go on, please.
Hamilton needed to know who was going to be at the convention so he could have pictures of everybody for his photograph. And you provided him with those. He always seemed to be one step ahead of us, and he was.
Brandon changed cars this morning because he knew we had his license number. Only someone here, someone on the inside, could have told him that. The kidnapper even knew that a policewoman was being substituted for Nancy. You see, they are one step ahead all the time.
Well, it's an interesting theory, but one I think would be most difficult to prove.
Not with you to help us. When I came down from Bronson's room, I said the room had been wrecked. Mr. Hargrove commented on the fact that there was blood on the medallion. You said it was probably from the broken glass. I never said anything about broken glass. The only way someone would have known that is if they'd seen the room themselves. Someone who helped with Bronson's kidnapping?
When you tell me that a room has been wrecked, naturally I assume there might be broken glass lying around. Hardly conclusive evidence. And besides, what possible motive could I have?
I'm sure if we checked your finances, we'd find out that you're deeply in debt. You're bankrupt, Mr. Fox, and that's why you were insisting real ransom money be raised.
Well, I think I've heard enough of this fairy tale. If you'll excuse me.
We did get one piece of physical evidence. Bronson's medallion. In the lobby, when you removed it from the box, you picked it up by the chain. Well, it was sent right out to the forensic lab. And they found a fingerprint on it. It matched up to one of yours, and they were identical. The only way you could have handled that is if you'd pulled it from his throat during the kidnapping, after he was knocked out.
Well, may I congratulate you, this time with fervor. You are three of the most remarkable detectives I've ever worked with.
Jason had been planning this for months. Hamilton had no idea he'd hired him. He was going to go to Europe with his share of the proceeds and reactivate his career. Jason was going to keep the major portion of it. It was all very theatrical, meticulously planned. Still can't believe it of the Fox. Although I'm sure he would have carried out every threat.
Excuse me.
What kind of a cut do you think Brandon was getting?
I'm sure he was facing the same fate as the rest of us.
Hey, where are you going?
Front desk.
I'm going for a drive. I'm sure there's more to Los Angeles than the studios in this hotel, if that's all right with you.
No, it isn't. You didn't ask me.
Oh, I didn't know I needed to clear it with you first.
You didn't ask me if I wanted to go with you.
If you'd like to.
What I'd like to do is thank you
For what?
for saving my life. Thank you.
Hi there. Well, where are we off to?